Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. Welcome back to another reaction video, this time reacting to my League One prediction table. Now, there is one result in here that I am massively embarrassed about. It has been haunting me for months. I don't even want to do this video, but I do. I'm only joking. Again, other than the one prediction, I can't remember an awful lot about where I kind of put teams and why I put certain teams in what positions. God, just look at me, I'm so ugly. Anyway, let's jump into this prediction. Let's have a look at what I said. I don't even know if I can fit into that Northampton shirt. I've put on so much weight since my ankle injury, it's ridiculous. But anyway, let's get into the video, shall we? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be watching. Thank you very much for coming back to the channel.
Again,
if you
so
missed
miserable.
the League 2 prediction, which is the previous video, please go back and watch it and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. But today we're here for League 1. So we're moving on up the table, starting to get into the big boys territory now. And as we're in League 1, I've got my Northampton shirt on. Northampton, why? It was a shirt that was going available. And I think certain percentage of the shirt sale went to charity. So I
think 20% of it went to charity, so quite a lot.
Pink and yeah, just love pink football kits. But enough of that.
Come on.
You're not here for that. You're here to find out my predictions.
Exactly.
Now,
hurry up.
The reaction from the first video was brilliant. So League 1 fans, you've got a little bit to aim for. Let's get into it.
True.
Without much further ado. So here we go then. We're starting off with the bottom 6.
Oh my.
And, yeah. This is the 4 teams I think are going to go.
Oh, there's one prediction already which are jumping off the page. Oh my days. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right. So, oh my God. Right, so I predicted that Blackpool would be bottom of the table. I don't know, I just felt that with all the problems that they're having financially, I just felt that they were really, really going to struggle this year. But they actually ended up finishing in 12th place, so they got a top half finish. They did superbly well. And just one of those teams that kind of just went under the radar. They weren't really in any contention for going up, weren't contention for going down. They just kind of went along their business and just did what they did, really. So fair play to them. But yeah, that Shrewsbury, result. Oh my days. But again, truly, who saw that coming? I mean, it's very similar to the Accrington one from League 2. This is why we love football, though, because honestly, who in their right mind saw that Shrewsbury were gonna stay up, let alone get into the playoffs and go up? You know, potentially go up. So anyway, let's just press play.
So we've got Blackpool finishing in bottom, Shrewsbury, Fleetwood, which a lot of people may not agree with, and Oldham, which again I don't think many people are going to agree with that.
One right.
Blackpool,
Let's pause it. Fleetwood ended up finishing in 14th place, but Oldham did get relegated in 21st. And Oldham fans, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so happy that you got relegated, but I got one right. So happy days. That's a good start. I'm relatively happy with that. I just felt that Oldham's time had come, and I just saw loads of problems potentially happening with their squad, and I just wasn't confident about it. But I mean, the other three predictions to go down couldn't be further from the truth, could they? So let's listen to my rationale.
Problems that are going on off field, they somehow managed to scrape through the playoffs, but
yep.
I just haven't been impressed by the signings. I think all the problems that they've got going on, I don't think they're going to be hanging around in this league. And to be honest, I don't really rate the manager that well. I don't think he's that great. So I think they're going to struggle this year. Shrewsbury, again, I'm looking at the teams purely based on paper, and I
yeah, that is the problem with football. That's the problem with football.
Stay up this year.
It's not played on paper.
I'm really sorry, Shrewsbury fans. I don't really see where the quality in your squad is going to be coming from to keep you guys up. Fleetwood. Now, this is probably the biggest shock so far if you are observant of League 1 football.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good young players, don't get me wrong, but I just felt that the mass that they've got in the playoffs last time.
I don't know. I just don't think they're going to be able to keep that same spirit from last year.
Exactly. That was my thinking at the time.
It's going to be a really, really bad year.
I don't know. As I said, I'm probably going to get crucified for that in the comment section, but leave me your thoughts on that.
I can't remember if I did or
Oldham,
not.
I think, will have been the final team to go into League Two, and this for a club that have been in League One for a long, long time.
True.
I mean, I remember when I was growing up, I remember Oldham being in the Premier League and then just going back down to the Championship. And for these guys to be in League One for so long is just absolutely tragic. But I don't know.
I think they'd take being in League One right now, DeeJam.
And I think this could probably be the year that they finally go down. And the two teams that just narrowly miss out on relegation, or narrowly miss out, are going to be Doncaster and Bristol Rovers. Now, Doncaster obviously recently promoted. I think they're just going to survive.
Doncaster
just going to survive. They're going to have
finished 15th.
Good momentum with them going into this season. But
And Bristol Rovers finishing 13th, so massively wrong on that
Bristol
part.
Rovers, I just think there's better teams in the league this year, and
There are, but a lot of teams fail to, flat to deceive at this point.
Bristol Rovers fans and Doncaster fans are probably going to crucify me for that, but again, leave me your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to know. So we're moving up from the bottom six. We're now going in from 13th to 18th.
I can see one I've got right already.
Again, there's probably some really controversial decisions in here.
Right, okay.
Scunthorpe,
So
again, I think they had a brilliant year last year. Did really, really well.
Scunthorpe finished in. They're in the playoffs, aren't they? They finished 5th.
Now. I can really, really see this being like a second season syndrome now, and I can really see Scunthorpe just tailing off and finishing towards the bottom.
No, they've had a brilliant season. Really have done well.
I've spoken to the guy Gills in the Blood.
Yeah, I got this is another one right, so that's 2 so far.
You may not like this selection, so if you're watching this, mate.
Again, they were right near the playoffs at one point and then just fell apart and then just about managed to keep themselves out of trouble.
It's a really, really strange one because I know they've got ambitions of trying to get back up to the Championship, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not really feeling it, and that's why I've got them in 17th position. I don't.
Oh right, Gillingham. I was wondering. I thought I was talking about Plymouth there.
Plymouth, I've been quite impressed with some of the signings they've been making, so I've decided to put them in 16th place.
Ended up finishing 7th.
I don't think they're going to rock this league by any stretch. They'll get the occasional win from time to time.
Started off badly, but trusted the manager, kept at it, and went into 7th.
I wanted to put them higher.
Rochdale finishing 20th, so I actually over-predicted with them.
Team, but I think there's a lot stronger teams in League One this year, and that's why I've got Rochdale finishing down at 15th.
Yeah.
Teams, Jersey, I'm winning. Jersey, why do I call it Jersey? It's not NFL. Teams.
That's the thing, I do like my NFL.
For this video, Northampton.
Northampton end up getting relegated, and they've got massive problems, and they need to address next year.
Transition. I think they've now got a bit of investment off the field.
They have, but they haven't done anything with it.
Kind of stuff that happened, a few years back. This will just be another consolidation year, and then it's really.
If only it was. If only it was.
2019 season. So I think 14th place. Walsall in 13th.
Who ended up finishing in 19th place.
They've been one of those teams that have just been in League One for so long now.
True.
That this is going to be their position, and I don't know. 13th I think is going to be their maximum, which is a shame because again I remember
they were 7 points off 13th, so not entirely, not entirely off,
but they just seem to be stuck.
But ended up finishing in 19th. Right, let's move on to the top half because there's some big predictions coming up wrong here.
They're going to be missing out on the playoffs, and like I said, there's so many good teams in League One. I think Portsmouth. After years of being in
where do we begin?
I think they're going to survive, and I think they'll.
So Portsmouth ended up in finishing 8th, just missing out on the playoffs. So
finishing in 12th place. Again, I really
Southend. Oh, 1 place off. They finished in 10th.
Especially Brett Pittman from Ipswich on a free transfer. That's an amazing buy. And
come on, stop talking about Portsmouth. Come on, hurry up.
It's going to be a very, very interesting season for Portsmouth fans. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you guys can have a good year. Southend, I've got to finish in 11th. They probably could finish higher.
They did. 1 place.
I like some of the signings they've been making, especially Michael Turner. He's going to be a very, very good centre-back for League One.
Did he do well for them? I don't honestly know. Southend fans, let me know.
Very, very good centre-back. Again, I like some of the signings they've been making, but I think they're going to miss out. Wigan in 10th. I know last time they were in League One, they absolutely stormed the league.
And they stormed it again, DeeJam. Learn from that.
Paul Cook is now the manager of Wigan. I think it's going to be a year of transition under him. I
No.
mean, why he's put Omar Bogle on the transfer list? He could absolutely smash this league. Strange decision.
Yeah.
Peterborough in 9th.
Which is correct. I have a correct result. But going back to Wigan, they absolutely blitzed the league. I should have known.
Core of their squad and not let some of the big players go, which have been rumoured to be leaving.
So we've got
9th,
3 correct so
probably like
far.
the minimum. If they can keep the players, they'll probably be
The
able to
next
get
two.
players. However, I think those players are going to be sold, which is why I put them
MK Dons, quite frankly,
they probably played one of the best set
you know,
football in
I
the league.
don't honestly care that they've
I
gone
think they're
down.
gonna narrowly miss out.
MK
A
Dons
lot
fans
of
may crucify
older
me,
players
may
go
get a
out
couple
the
of
team.
dislikes from
Yeah,
it
they're
if there
trying
are
to
any
bring a
MK
young
Dons
player
fans
back
out there,
into the
but
squad, and I think it's
football
just a year of
justice has been
transition.
served
I think they've
for
just
Pete
missed out.
Winkleman.
And I think
So,
their
bye-bye.
rivals, AFC Wimbledon, are going to finish above them.
Which is true, but they
finished
finished in 18th place. I was predicting big things for Wimbledon. God knows why. But
they're going to do really, really well.
18th?
But unfortunately, just miss out on the
They
playoffs.
finish above. They
I've
finish
seen,
above MK, so that's the
a
main
couple of
thing.
reviews from their pre-season games, and they seem to be doing really, really well. Everyone
Right
seems to be
now,
gelling and clicking quite nicely. And I think
come on,
this year
we're getting to the
is gonna be
playoffs.
a
This is
really
the
good
crunch
year for
point.
FC Wimbledon. These are the 4 teams that are going to reach the playoffs, according to me.
Yes, I got 2 right.
Charlton in 6th.
Let's ignore the Berry
Carlton's
one.
had
Let's ignore the
second half
Berry
chances to get
prediction.
used to his players. I think they're going to have a decent year this time around. They're
Charlton.
used to how he wants to play.
That's
He's
4.
got his own players in.
Oxford,
I think they're gonna
flattered
have
to
a decent year. I
deceive,
mean,
spent a lot of
off-the-field
money
issues
and
is
messed up,
always
but
gonna be a
got
problem
Carl
for
Robinson in charge now, so
Charlton.
hopefully they can storm
But
it.
they're going to have a really, really productive year and finish in the playoffs. Oxford, the signings that they've been making are absolutely class, and I don't know, I put them in 5th, but really I probably should have put them in 3rd because I think they're going to have a really, really good year. Rotherham have been making some really, really good signings. Unfortunately, they are what West Brom were a few years back. They are the yo-yo club between the Championship and League One.
True.
Constant up
But
and
that's
down,
another
up and
prediction
down.
right, so we've got 5 correct
I think they're gonna have a
results
really,
so
really good
far.
year this year after a
But that
disappointing
Berry
season
prediction,
last
that
year.
this
Complete
is the one that
crap.
haunts me.
Beating us.
I remember
and they placed 2-1.
my reasoning behind it was the signings and the manager.
But I think Rotherham are going to have a good year.
Here we
My
go.
dark horse this year is going to be Bury. Watch out for Bury this year. They're going to absolutely blitz it. Some of the signings, although they've sold
They finished
James
bottom.
Vaughan, some of Bury's signings are absolutely quality. Lee Clark's their manager, and again, he's had a little bit of time to interact and get
Oh
used
my
players, used to the
God.
system. Trust me, watch out for Bury. They are my dark horse for this year,
Such an
and
idiot.
I'm predicting them to finish in 3rd. And here are my top 2.
Oh, just
Bradford
off.
and Blackburn.
Just off.
Let me know
Bradford
what you
ended up
think
finishing in
about
11th, were doing
Blackburn.
well, and
It's
then
weird.
fell apart
They
over the
spent
January,
a penny
February
over
time.
2 years. They spent
Oh,
barely
Blackburn.
anything. And now this year, they've been relegated.
Do you know
and all of a
what?
sudden,
Fair
checkbook's
play
being
to
written left,
Blackburn,
right, centre. Yeah, you have
because
this,
the
you have
problems that were going
this.
on off the
They've been
field, they
making
could have
some really, really
quite
good signings.
easily,
A club the
quite
size of
easily
Blackburn
crumbled
does
this
not
year,
deserve
but
to
they
be in
rallied
League One.
together
I know
under Tony
people say
Mowbray,
that, it's like,
and
well, yeah, they do
I
deserve
think
it.
they're going to do quite well in the
You've got to feel
Championship
sorry
next
for the
year.
fans. And again,
Majorly impressed.
Off-the-field issues have affected this club massively. And
Yeah, there we
the
go.
FA have got to start looking at these kind of situations more often.
They do,
It's
they
not
still do.
good enough what happens to clubs like Blackburn under these owners that just frankly don't care
No, they don't.
what happens to the club. But if they can have a good year in this league, they can draw the fans back in with some good football.
Which
and
they
I'm
have.
predicting that they're going to win the table. Bradford are going to finish in 2nd, according to me, and I think they're going to put last year's disappointment of playoff heartache behind them, and they're going to really, really do well this year. And I'm
Massively
predicting that
disappointed for
are gonna finish
Bradford.
in 2nd place. I like what they're doing at the club. They've got good season ticket prices off the field. They've got everything right.
True.
And on the field, they're playing some good football. And I just like everything about Bradford. I really, really want them to go back up to the Championship next year.
Right, let's pause it there. Oh, 5 correct results. So that's better than League 2 prediction. Do you know what? I'm really, really happy with that. Obviously, the Oxfords and the Berries and the, a couple of other teams in there, a bit shaky, but 5 correct results. 5 correct predictions. And if Wigan hadn't had such a good season, Blackburn would have been my 6th correct result. So, do you know what? Really, really pleased with that. But, why am I yawning? Why am I yawning? I'm actually really buzzing. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you are a fan of any of these League One clubs, let me know down in the comments. about your season, how it went, where it went wrong, where it went right, and just, just absolutely crucify me for the berry one. I don't care one jot. I knew it was coming, but I decided to do the video anyway. But as I said, hit the like button, comment and subscribe. You know the drill by now. And until we see each other next time, you beautiful people, adios. Oh God, that berry result, Jesus.